Beijing, the heart of China, is a city steeped in history. From its ancient roots to its modern-day vibrancy, Beijing offers a unique blend of the old and the new. This city has witnessed the rise and fall of dynasties, the ebb and flow of empires, and the transformation from a historical capital to a bustling metropolis. The Forbidden City, with its golden roofs and sprawling courtyards, stands as a testament to imperial grandeur. This magnificent palace complex, once home to emperors, is a symbol of China's rich cultural heritage. Walking through its gates, one can almost hear the whispers of history, the echoes of a time when emperors ruled with absolute power. The Great Wall, snaking across the mountains, speaks of ancient battles and enduring strength. This colossal structure, built to protect the Chinese states from invasions, is a marvel of engineering and human determination. Each stone tells the story of the countless lives that contributed to its construction, a testament to the resilience and ingenuity of the Chinese people. These landmarks draw millions of tourists each year. People from all corners of the globe come to marvel at the grandeur of the Forbidden City and the sheer scale of the Great Wall. They walk the same paths that emperors and soldiers once did, connecting with a history that is both distant and immediate. Visitors marvel at the intricate architecture and rich cultural heritage. Beijing's charm is undeniable. The city's ancient temples, traditional hutongs, and majestic palaces offer a glimpse into a bygone era. Each building, each alleyway holds a piece of the past, a story waiting to be discovered. It whispers tales of emperors and dynasties of a time long past. The statues and carvings, the ancient streets, all serve as silent storytellers, narrating the saga of a civilization that has endured for millennia. These relics of history are not just artifacts, they are the soul of Beijing, a city that has always been at the heart of China's cultural and political life. But behind the ornate facades and historical wonders, a different story unfolds. Modern Beijing is a city of contrasts where the ancient and the contemporary coexist in a delicate balance. Skyscrapers rise alongside centuries-old temples and bustling markets thrive next to serene gardens. This juxtaposition creates a unique urban landscape, one that is constantly evolving. Modern Beijing grapples with a unique set of challenges. Rapid urbanization and economic growth have transformed the city, bringing both opportunities and difficulties. The skyline is dotted with cranes and new developments, a sign of progress and ambition. Yet this rapid change has also led to issues such as overcrowding, pollution, and the displacement of long-time residents. The city's rapid development has come at a cost, leaving some residents struggling to keep up. In the narrow alleyways and local markets, the impact of modernization is evident. Traditional neighborhoods, known as hutongs, are disappearing, replaced by modern buildings. For many, this progress means losing a way of life that has been passed down through generations. Beneath the surface of prosperity and progress lies a current of unease. The city's infrastructure is under strain, and the environmental impact of rapid growth is a growing concern. Smog often blankets the skyline, a visible reminder of the challenges that come with development. Public transport is crowded, and the pace of life is relentless. This is the story of Beijing's hidden struggles, the ones that don't often make it into the guidebooks. While the city continues to dazzle with its historical wonders and modern achievements, it also faces significant social and environmental issues. These challenges are part of Beijing's complex identity, a city that is constantly redefining itself in the face of change. One of the most pressing issues facing Beijing is the housing crisis. The city, with its sprawling urban landscape and ever-growing population, is struggling to keep up with the demand for affordable housing. As more people flock to the capital in search of better opportunities, the pressure on the housing market intensifies. Property prices have skyrocketed in recent years, driven by speculation and a growing population. The allure of high returns has attracted investors, both domestic and international, further inflating the market. This has led to a situation where the average citizen finds it increasingly difficult to afford a home. For many, owning a home in Beijing has become an impossible dream. Young couples and families are particularly affected as they struggle to find suitable living spaces within their budget. The emotional toll of this struggle is evident in the faces of those who spend months, if not years, searching for a place to call their own. Young families are forced to rent cramped apartments far from the city centre. These living conditions are often less than ideal, with limited space and amenities. The daily commute from these distant neighbourhoods adds to the stress as parents juggle work and family responsibilities. The dream of home ownership seems increasingly out of reach. The disparity between the luxurious high-rises and the modest apartments available to the average worker is stark. This growing divide is a source of frustration and despair for many. The government has implemented measures to cool the market. These include restrictions on multiple property ownership and higher mortgage rates. Officials hope that these policies will curb speculative buying and make housing more accessible to those in need. These measures, while well-intentioned, have yet to show significant results. The market remains volatile, and many are skeptical about the long-term effectiveness of these interventions. Higher mortgage rates in particular have made it even harder for first-time buyers to enter the market. However, the impact of these measures remains to be seen. Some believe that more comprehensive reforms are needed to address the root causes of the crisis. This includes increasing the supply of affordable housing and providing better support for low-income families. The housing crisis is a significant source of anxiety for many Beijingers. The uncertainty surrounding their living situation affects their overall quality of life. Financial stress, coupled with the fear of being priced out of the city, weighs heavily on their minds. It represents a growing gap between the haves and the have-nots. The stark contrast between the opulent high-rises and the dilapidated old housing is a visual reminder of the inequality that persists. As Beijing continues to develop, finding a solution to this housing crisis remains one of its most urgent challenges. Beyond the housing market, there are other signs of economic instability. Retail sales growth has slowed and consumer confidence is waning. The once booming manufacturing sector is facing challenges from rising labor costs and increased competition. This economic uncertainty has hit some segments of society harder than others. The elderly, particularly those who rely on pensions, are feeling the pinch of rising living costs. Migrant workers, who often work in low-paying jobs, are finding it harder to make ends meet. The economic slowdown has exposed the vulnerability of these groups. They are often the first to feel the effects of any downturn. Migrant workers are the backbone of Beijing's economy. They work in construction, manufacturing and service industries, often for long hours and low wages. Many come from rural areas seeking better opportunities in the big city. However, life in Beijing can be challenging for migrant workers. They often face discrimination and lack access to social services. Their children often struggle to enroll in local schools. The hukou system, a household registration system, limits their access to public services based on their place of origin. Despite their contributions to the city, migrant workers often feel like outsiders. Section 5. Youth disillusionment, a growing trend. Even among young, educated Beijingers, there's, a growing sense of disillusionment. This feeling isn't just a fleeting emotion, but a deep-seated sentiment that is becoming more prevalent. Many young people are finding it increasingly difficult to align their personal aspirations with societal expectations. The Tang Ping, or lying flat movement, reflects a rejection of the relentless pressure to succeed. This movement is not just about taking a break, it's a form of silent protest against the societal norms that dictate a narrow path to success. By choosing to lie flat, these young individuals are making a statement about their desire for a more meaningful and less stressful life. Young people are questioning the traditional markers of success, such as high-paying jobs and material possessions. They are beginning to see that these conventional goals often come at the expense of personal well-being and happiness. The pursuit of wealth and status is being replaced by a quest for balance and fulfillment. This disillusionment is driven by various factors, including a hyper-competitive job market, rising living costs, and a lack of affordable housing. The job market is saturated, making it difficult for even the most qualified individuals to secure stable employment. Meanwhile, the cost of living continues to rise, putting additional financial strain on young people. Affordable housing is another significant issue. Many young people find themselves priced out of the housing market, forced to live in cramped and expensive apartments. This lack of affordable options adds to their sense of frustration and hopelessness. The 996 work culture, where employees are expected to work from 9 in the morning to 9 at night, 6 days a week, has also taken its toll. This demanding schedule leaves little room for personal time, hobbies or relaxation, leading to burnout and mental health issues. Young people are seeking a more balanced and fulfilling life, even if it means defying societal expectations. They are turning to activities like yoga, hiking, and spending time with friends and family to find joy and meaning outside of work. This shift represents a broader movement towards prioritizing mental health and personal well-being over traditional measures of success. Section 6. The dark side of entertainment, the KTV industry. The KTV industry, a ubiquitous part of Beijing's nightlife, also reveals a darker side to the city. KTV lounges or karaoke bars are popular entertainment venues. However, for some young women, working in these establishments is not a choice but a necessity. The KTV industry is often associated with exploitation and abuse. Women who work in these venues are vulnerable to harassment from customers and pressure from their employers. The industry operates in a legal grey area, making it difficult to regulate and protect workers' rights. Section 7. Trapped in traffic, Beijing's congestion problem. Beijing's notorious traffic congestion is another challenge faced by its residents. The city's roads are clogged with cars, buses and scooters. Commuting can be a stressful and time-consuming ordeal. The city has invested heavily in public transportation, including an extensive subway system. However, the number of vehicles on the road continues to rise. The environmental impact of this congestion is also a concern. Beijing's air quality, though improving, is still a major public health issue. Section 8. Social movements and silent protests. Despite the challenges, Beijingers are resilient. They find ways to cope with the pressures of city life. They form close-knit communities, support local businesses, and find joy in simple pleasures. There's a strong sense of community spirit, especially in the city's older neighborhoods. However, beneath the surface, there's a simmering discontent. Social movements, though often subtle and localized, are emerging. These movements reflect a growing awareness of social issues and a desire for change. Section 9. A city of contrasts. Looking ahead. Beijing is a city of contrasts, a place where ancient wonders coexist with modern struggles. It's a city of immense wealth and opportunity, yet also one marked by inequality and hardship. Understanding Beijing requires looking beyond the tourist attractions and delving into the complexities of daily life. The challenges facing Beijing are real and significant. However, the city's resilience, its rich history, and the spirit of its people offer hope for the future. Beijing's story is still being written, and it's a story that continues to captivate and challenge in equal measure.